Right now on Today in New York, tensions over the Israel-Hamas war boiling over at college campuses around the city. This as demonstrators and administrators at Columbia try to reach an agreement what both sides say is at stake.
Supreme Court justices tussling with whether to grant former President Donald Trump immunity in his election interference case. This is the first week of testimony, and the hush money trial is set to wrap up.
Then we're exactly 1 week away from when a New Jersey town will enact its curfew for its youngest residents. The reasons for putting those restrictions in place.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for streaming with us. It is Friday, April 26th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gargiulo. Del Caballero is here tracking our roads and rails on a Friday. And Storm 24's Maria Rosa here with today's forecast.
I love ending a week with sunshine.
Nice.
Yes, even though we've got a little bit of still of that April chill. Yeah, we do. Temperatures. Yeah. Well, I've got some April warmth the next week. We just have a little bit ways to go. But looking at the Floral Park camera into Nassau County, and I've got Lake Success right there. That sun is up and shining, and that sky is nice and blue. But yeah, you want to grab the jacket on your way out. Liberty down to 28 degrees. We're below freezing in Montebello. Milford at 28 degrees with Mount Kisco at 36. We have Danbury at 32. Sitting at 44 in Hoboken and Ozone Park with Wayne now down to about 33 degrees. So grab the jacket, grab the shades, sunscreen as well. We'll be just a hair warmer than yesterday, technically, back into the low 60s this afternoon. But without that gustier wind like we had yesterday, it should be a little bit more comfortable. And then as the evening goes on, temperatures start to drop into the upper 40s. All right, lots to navigate around today. Adele, what's the latest?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough go, especially in Manhattan. We're already seeing some street closures in effect here throughout Midtown and parts of downtown. We've got President Biden in town. On top of that, we've also got a former President Trump's trial. So you're definitely going to want to stick to your mass transit instead. A little further north, we've got a crash on the Cross Bronx westbound heading into exit 3 for 3rd Avenue, and a crash on the Cross Bronx Expressway westbound off-ramp is blocked to the Major Deegan. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you. On this Friday morning, developing now pro-Palestinian encampments across college campuses in the city.
Right now, protests are still going on at Columbia University over the Israel-Hamas war. And today, New Romney Smith is on the campus where encampment organizers and administrators are still in negotiations.
It has been more than a week since students took over part of the West Lawn inside Columbia University's campus, and this morning they are still there.
I think they crossed the line.
This is what America's about, you know, the right to protest and the right to free speech.
Tensions ramped up overnight as protesters and demonstrators yelled at each other through campus gates. Minnesota's Congresswoman Ilhan Omar stopped by the encampment and was spotted greeting her daughter, who's a student at Barnard College, who was suspended last week for her role in the protest. Representatives from the pro-Palestinian encampment and university leaders presented their demands to each other. Students want the school to divest itself from any and all Israeli-backed entities with ties to Columbia, and they want the school to pardon any student who was suspended or arrested in connection to the pro-Palestinian demonstrations. A rumor was spreading through campus on Thursday that NYPD was invited into campus. However, in a statement to students, the school's president stated that is false. Columbia University administration hopeful that a resolution can be reached soon. Take a listen.
It's a thankless job. It's a hard job, but I think having some stability in the president will help move things along.
I do think there was a mishandling of how everything has been dealt with.
Everybody should just shut up and listen to each other one at a time, but that's not happening.
Just like earlier this week, we have seen an increased presence of NYPD just outside of campus, and right now we are just on standby as the campus wakes up and gets hustling and bustling to see if there will be any developments or potentially a resolution to the pro-Palestinian demonstrations, and university administration will be here and we'll let you know if anything develops. Reporting in Morningside Heights, Romney Smith, Today in New York.
Now, also developing in Harlem now, more pro-Palestinian protesters standing in solidarity, this time on city college campuses.
A camp's been set up at CUNY, and that's where we find Today in New York's Tracy Strahan this morning with the latest.
A security guard here at City College says the protesters aren't as many as they were last night, but still, those encampments remain on the lawn. Now, this is what it looks like. Dozens of tents set up here on campus. On an Instagram account, a group calling itself Resist for Return listed 5 demands they want the university to meet, including immediately divesting from Israel, banning trips to Israel from the Birthright and Fulbright programs, and also removing the NYPD from campus entirely. Downtown, pro-Palestinian protesters first stormed the museum at the Fashion Institute of Technology before setting up tents inside the lobby. They are also calling for FIT to divest from Israel. And at one point, those demonstrators blocked officers from closing the doors there. The NYPD tells us that no arrests were made there, but they did respond to FIT's campus. As for here at City College, no arrests have been reported yet so far. That's where we are this morning. Tracy Strahan, Today in New York.
Well, at the University of Southern California, administrators canceled this year's main commencement ceremony because of ongoing pro-Palestinian protests. The university told students and faculty it would not be hosting the main stage ceremony. The school cites new safety measures as the reason for the cancellation after tensions escalated this week with dozens of arrests.
Even if they have to cancel every single commencement, that's up to them. And I think as a Palestinian American who's been silenced my whole entire life, I'm willing to risk most things, to be completely honest. I don't have a lot to lose.
The USC says it knows its decision is disappointing, but is adding new activities and celebrations to, quote, make this commencement academically meaningful, memorable, and uniquely USC.
And do stay with News 4 for continuing coverage of the campus protests. You can get updates on NBCNewYork.com and in the News 4 New York app. Now, this morning, the NYPD investigating a bomb threat at NYU. This is amid rising tensions and protests. State police got the call. It was just after 9 o'clock last night. They searched an area where they were told the bomb could possibly be. Nothing was found. Investigators say that the person who received the bomb threat has been sent similar emails from the same address, so they're now investigating where those emails may have originated from.
Well, there's new information about a man wanted in a hate crime attack in Morningside Heights. Police are releasing this photo here of the suspect. They say that he approached a 22-year-old man on Amsterdam Avenue at West 116th Street a little before 10 Saturday night. Police say the suspect took a flag from the victim and ran into a crowd of people. When the victim chased after the suspect, somebody threw a rock at him, hitting him in the face. Police say another person then grabbed the flag and set it on fire. The victim was not seriously hurt. Well, today, lawyers representing Donald Trump will question an ex-tabloid publisher in his hush money trial. Former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker took the stand yesterday. He told the jury he got calls from Trump complaining after former Playboy model Karen McDougal and adult film star Stormy Daniels appeared on TV. McDougal claimed to have had a year-long affair with Mr. Trump while he was in office. Pecker's tabloid paper paid McDougal $150,000 to stay quiet. Trump says he did not have a relationship with the women and did nothing wrong. Meanwhile, the judge will hold another hearing on the gag order in this case next week.
All eyes also on Donald Trump's case being considered by the U.S. Supreme Court. Former president claiming he has total immunity from criminal prosecution. It's all related to his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election. Now, some of the questions by justices yesterday hinted they may reject Trump's claim. That could delay his federal trial. A ruling could come down before the end of the term in June. And new this morning, ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, they're denying reports they have any plans to sell the social media platform. The bill signed this week by President Biden requires TikTok to break its ties with its China-based owners and to find a new one within 9 months. Now, TikTok is promising to challenge that law, and that could lead to a legal fight. That legal fight could actually take years to resolve.
All right, it is Friday morning, and it's chilly. We're going to check in on the weather with Maria.
It is still chilly, but it's still clear and dry. So we check around the boroughs from Brooklyn and Queens in the 40s. Staten Island right now, 35 degrees. In the Bronx, sunny and 44. But we've got that warm-up well underway, and we really kick it into high gear Sunday and into Monday. How long this warm-up lasts coming up in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you.
Also ahead, one city getting ready for a new plan to keep kids safe. Jersey City's rollout of its new curfew enforcement.
Then there was a group of barbers. They sprung into action to save a child in trouble. How this child managed to vanish from his mother's sight.
And day 2 of the NFL draft kicks off today. Who are home teams acquired during night 1?
If you're heading out to JFK Airport, you're going to want to give yourself some extra time. We've got a crash on the Van Wyck Expressway southbound approaching exit 1. Coming up in just a few minutes, we've got a few other closures that could impact your commute throughout the day. But let's take a live look outside right now onto the Mario Cuomo Bridge. You're watching Today.